And today I'm going to be cooking fried smothered duck over noodles, and this is how you do it. First thing you want to do is slice your duck meat to about 1/4 inch strips, just like that. The length of your duck, don't go sideways, it'll make it tough. Go the length of your duck, just like that. And then after this, you're going to season your duck. Now that we got all of our duck cut up, we're going to put it into this pan for seasoning. And everything I cook, I always like seasoned salt being put over it. And I do not shy away from it. Next thing, I'm German and I love hot stuff. So, way I look at it, I got this duck butt. Now it's a little bit his time to take care of mine. Now I love pepper. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Now we're going to let that duck sit there for about 15 to 20 minutes and really soak up that seasoning. This is time where you need to get your onions all cut up and get your stuff ready to be battering up the duck. Now you want to cut your onions up really fine. And you don't want a whole lot of your tops in it. You want more, about half the onion on tops, and then the rest of it on the head. These will be cut up just about like that. Now we're going to make our egg wash. I use 3 eggs and then about 1/2 cup of milk. Then you're going to mix this all up really good. Now get you a bowl that'll hold a lot of duck, and you're going to add your flour to it, and you're going to season your flour exactly the same way that you did your duck earlier. I like a lot of seasoning on my duck whenever I'm cooking it. Now you need to mix your seasoning up in your flour really well. That way you just don't get a whole bunch of this and that all in one bite. Then it's very simple. Get you some duck, put in your egg and your milk combination there. Take it back to your flour. And what I do is I take it from there and put it right back into your egg and milk. And it's going to look something just like this. And the reason I do that is because whenever you're frying it, it gives it a real crispy texture. Next thing you want to do, you want to get you about 1/2 pot of boiling water and then add your noodles to it. And then we're going to cook these noodles until they're nice and done. But while you're cooking these noodles, you want to take you just a little bit of an oil and pour it in there with your noodles, and that'll help keep these noodles from sticking to the bottom of the pan and the noodles sticking together also. Now what you're going to need to do, you need to get you 1 can of cream of mushroom and 1 can of cream of celery. And they're 10-ounce cans. And you're going to add that to your pot. And as you're cooking and frying this duck, you're going to slowly add this over to this. Another thing you're wanting more of a gravy taste to it. So you're going to add water to it to make it a little bit thinner to where it covers all the duck. And that's something that you're not really going to measure out. You're just going to keep and watching it as you go. You might have to add a little bit more water as you're cooking it. Now what you're wanting to do is add your oil. It can be Wesson oil, it can be any kind of a vegetable shortening, peanut oil, whatever to fry your duck into. When you're getting ready to fry your duck, you really don't want your duck to fry really fast. So depending on the stove, just cook it on about medium. Next thing you want to do, you want to check your grease to see if it's at the right temperature. Another way you can do it is take you a little bit of flour and pour it in there. You can see it like that right there. So that duck is ready to be put into your flour, or into your grease rather. And you're only going to cook this duck to about 3/4 done because you're going to be simmering inside your gravy over there. Now a lot of your duck right here is just about half to 3/4 the way done, and that's what you're looking for. You got a nice batter on your duck. It's going to be really crunchy, and you do not want to turn your mushroom gravy on at this point in time. You want to get about half to 3/4 of your duck inside your gravy before you start adding your duck to it or adding your heat to your gravy over here. You really kind of want to hold off on that because you don't want it to cook really, really fast. You just want it to simmer. Now that you got your duck, like I say, cooked about 3/4 to 3/4 done, you're gonna need to add your onions over the top of that. Then when this last part of this duck gets out, you're gonna set that right on top of that, and you're gonna blend that gravy to that duck really well. And then you're gonna simmer that duck from anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. You do not want to cook a duck all the way through done like you would pork or chicken or something like that. You want it just about 90% done is what you're looking for. That's the texture of that duck. Now all your duck's been added to the pot. Now is the time that you're going to want to really mix that gravy on that duck. I don't know about you. I like the taste of duck. I like the taste of fried foods, but I also like the gravy taste mixed with this duck. It gives it a unique flavor that I don't think that a lot of people realize that you can do this with duck. There's so many different styles of cooking duck, but whenever you're killing the amount of ducks that we do, you have got to change your recipe up because you'll get burnt out if you cook the same type, same way each and every time. This is just another way we do it. This is what I was talking to you about earlier. You don't know exactly how much water it is that you need to put in here. You can look at it and it's just really thick right now. So you're going to add some more water to it and make it more into a gravy style. And now it's coming out more like this. And that's the texture. When it's over, that's what you're looking for right there. Now you're going to simmer this, like I said, for about 10-15 minutes. Now look how good that looks. You can't beat that. Now my son, he really don't like noodles. So an alternative to this is I'm gonna make his open faced. I mean, it's just so easy to change this up just like that right there. Particularly, I like noodles, but that's not the same way for everybody. There's two types of ducks. One open faced and one smothered over noodles. This is a simple recipe, cooked the same way, but you can make two dishes that I guarantee you your family will enjoy.